Hi all. I hope you guys are doing well considering what is happening in this world right now and what we're going through as a collective. I hope you're staying safe and healthy and doing what you can to work on your inner selves at this time. Start a project or, work on your mental health and emotional, spiritual health as well. So I hope you guys are taking the time to do that as much as possible. I try to do a weekly pick a card reading as I usually try to do every week, but I couldn't really bring myself to do it the past 2 weeks. So I sat here today, I tried to record this already, trying to do a reading, specifically a weekly pick a card. And I just, I'm not saying that I'm different. I think a lot of us can resonate with this, is that as somebody who is really sensitive to energies, and I guess you could call an empath. I don't like labeling stuff really, but I guess you could say it, is that we're all experiencing sensitivity to all kinds of energies right now. Therefore, it's hard for me to sit down and really tune into an energy, because it just feels like everything is coming through, and it is kind of hard for me to do that. And I think a lot of readers, I know of like one reader that has kind of mentioned this, and I was like, me too. So anyways, the reason for me sitting here is that I'm thinking about creating a second channel. This is just a chit chat, by the way. If I create one, I will post it in the description box down below. And that was just gonna be a brain dump, talking about books, because earlier on Instagram I asked you guys if you wanted me to talk about some of the books that I have. I think right now is a good time to go inward and work on yourself and work on projects and some things that you have kind of put on the back burner before because you didn't have the time or energy to do it. Right now, if you're able, it would be a good time to read that book that you kind of bought and never kind of read, or work on a project, or work on a way of how to get out of the current situation that you're in terms of your career, if you're unhappy with it. Different things you could do. Anyways, I think when we come out of this, there's gonna be more clarity within us about what our true life purpose is and what we would like to do moving forward. And so that is a positive way of looking at it, but I also know that there's, dire situations and people going through stuff. So I'm not here. I'm not a light worker. Let me tell you that. I am not a light worker to come and sit here and say, high vibes, this and that. Yes, try to keep your vibes high, important. But there's also things that are happening that we cannot ignore, and we have to do our diligence, or do our part to do whatever we can, including not going out too much, washing your hands, blah 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 blah. I'm not a doctor. you guys all know that kind of stuff. Anyways, so what I thought would be kind of a short sort of reading that I wanted to do. This is not a weekly pick a card, but just a message. A very supporting, loving message. I used to call this tarot therapy, and I used to do this on my channel way back. I'm sure you guys don't remember it, or maybe, a lot of you guys came after that. But I used to do a thing called tarot therapy, and I would read from this deck, because this deck has a very loving, accepting, supportive message, that I thought, different decks have different personalities and different purposes, and I think this is great for therapy. Of course, not to replace any type of professional therapy. I'm just talking about spiritual therapy, So anyways, I haven't used this girl in a while, long time no see, girl. So I thought this would be a perfect time to do this, because we could all kind of use this loving energy. So I'm still gonna do this like a pick a card style. I know that I'm filming my face, so you can't really see the deck, but I will be giving you 3 different options for the cards, and you guys can pick from that. But let me go ahead and shuffle first, and let's see. What is 11 a message right now, please? Okay, so that's number 1. Loving message number 2. Okay, so that's the second card. Loving message number 3. All right, that's the third card. Okay, anyways, all right. Okay. All right, there we go. I'll use a crystal. This is an orange carnelian. This is a moonstone. It's gonna go this way. I know it should be this, but this is the first card, okay? Number 1, carnelian. Number 2, moonstone. Number 3, angel aura quartz. Okay, so go ahead and pick. All right, so we're gonna start with number 1. All right, here we go. Number 1, whoever picked orange carnelian, you have this card right here, and this is the 9 of stars, perseverance. Okay, and some of you guys could be going through some tough times right now, just in how you're handling this or how this is affecting you. I will be reading from the book, and the reason why I think that this deck is so helpful is because of the message that this person has written in the book, and their interpretation is so loving and accepting, and it's like a warm embrace. Therefore, that's why I'm reading from the book. Okay, that's the whole purpose of me picking this deck. And so the 9 of stars. Okay, let's see. 9 of stars. All right. Commit to the flow of your heart. Channel the restorative river of your dreams into being. Let your passion pool swirl and soothe away resistance. This beautiful person is healing. She has stopped comparing herself to others. She has ceased searching for something to take away her hurts. She is fully present and senses her pain without judgment or analytical thought. Redness moves across the image as outside influences melt away. Accepting all as it is and knowing it is perfect frees you from an internal struggle. Once she lets go of the old, her eyes will open to the stars ahead. Wow. See that? I'm telling you, like, the artwork is so beautiful too. The 9 of stars heals emotional or physical wounds. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you are not sure if you have the strength to continue on. Keep your faith, stay aligned with the energy of recovery, and let the universe bring you the resolution you desire. There is no need for conditions to be met or for permissions to move on. The old is already melting away. You will find the reserves you need to move forward. Ultimately, it will take more energy to stay where you were than to forge ahead. Okay? So that is a short reading and short message for you, and I hope that helped. Right now is a great time to think of ways and how you can move on and to change the course of your life if you were unsatisfied with the way that it was going. Right now is a great time to start thinking about how to get out of this, because there are stars waiting ahead for you if you can open up your eyes, okay? All right, so that was the message for group number 1. All right, so whoever picked number 2, you've got the Moonstone and you have the 8 of Stars, Surge. Okay, and I will be reading from the book just because that's the whole reason I picked this deck. It has a very warm and loving energy to it, and I think it could be really helpful for all of us right now. So the 8 of Stars, strong state, and the reason the first deck was the first group was 9 of Stars, so this is the 8 of Stars. Okay, strong stable foundation can support a multitude of branches. Ground yourself and prepare for new growth. The beautiful bright stars of your dreams and desires flow from the tree of lifelike autumn leaves, ready to co-create with the earth to transform into something new. A dance of enthusiastic, creative energy moves the stars towards a new physical manifestation. This synergetic dance plants the stars as seeds where they will take root as strong foundation. Now the stars are ready to shoot and become the dream they hold within. All possibilities exist. Believe it and you will see it. Woo! All right, the Eight of Stars wants you to get ready for a burst of physical and creative energy. A surge of input or funding brings a task or project to a speedy completion. Brilliant answers or luminous ideas seem to drop out of nowhere like shooting stars. If you feel overwhelmed or unsure about the surge of new ideas, slow down the momentum by meditating. Have a healing or relax by doing something you love. Clean up the energy of doubt so you can explore the ideas that excite you. Quicken the momentum around the grand idea with a surge of physical application. So it's time to plant those seeds so that it could take root for your future self. So when you can look back on all of this, you could tell yourself that this is a time that I took my idea and actualized it in some type of way. Now, right now might not be, an easy time to actually take action, like physical action, but there are things that you could do to set that foundation so that when you're able to do it, you got everything ready, right? So you got great ideas coming through. Okay, work on those things. And if you feel kind of overwhelmed right now, meditate or do something that is healing. Do some Reiki on yourself. Get that good energy going so that you could really focus on your creative projects and how you wish to change your life moving forward. All right, so that was group number 2. Okay, group number 3, we have Angel Aura Quartz. Let us find out. Ooh, all of them are the stars. 10 of stars. Okay, this is really weird because this deck is not even, okay, anyways, it's like it's well shuffled, but for some reason we have 8, 9, and 10, and this is the 10th. 10 of stars. Okay, really interesting. Okay, 10 of stars. Okay, here we go. And I will be reading from the book because that's the whole reason I picked this deck. It's a beautiful message. Surrender all that you no longer need in order to become more, helping yourself benefit others more than you could ever know. Helping yourself benefits others more than you could ever know. The permission, what is the phrase I like? I can't even think about it. It goes like this. If you can, give your permission to be yourself, you also give others permission to be themselves, something like that. So helping yourself really benefits others in the long run as well. So take care of yourself in essence. This magnificent tree could not see its worth. A fear of not having or being enough caused it to stockpile creative ideas as stars beneath the earth. Over time, the tree began to feel weak. It took so much energy to collect and store the stars that its growth was stunted. This card shows the tree in a defining moment. It has chosen to let go of fear, allowing the stars to breathe and shine outward. The realization that creation is endless and can never run out has freed the tree to live in abundance. An idea that burns at your foundations can only shine when it is thrust out into the world. So there's something that you got to share with the world, that you got to release, right? Okay, the 10 of stars bemoans. Now I gotta look that word up because I don't know what that means. But the 10 of stars bemoans the responsibilities of your life that are weighing you down. We have been taught that anything worthwhile is not easy and that it is noble to suffer. But as the burdens pile up, so does resentment. And if you continue this behavior, something will occur to bring you into balance. It is time to tackle the tough job of clearing out the clutter, finding a way of being at peace with the stuff you really don't want to work through. When you come into balance with your dreams, the action needed to move forward becomes effortless. Don't forget to ask for help. No one said you have to do this on your own. So, out of all the groups here, you guys might be the ones that are going through a little bit of a tougher time. I know some of us are worried about, this has affected many people in different ways, right? And so we worry about our tomorrow. We worry about where we're going to be and what's going to happen to this world, what's going to happen with their finances and all this type of stuff. But just understand that right now, you have to allow yourself to release some things. Now, it could even be physical. Earlier on Instagram, I posted that I was going through my books and I was cleaning and kind of taking inventory of what books I want to release, okay, donate or sell or whatever. But that's just in a physical way. Maybe it's more so talking about, you know, some things that you have to release within you so that you can start to see your own worth and work on your own growth. And something, what did it say here? Yeah, because, you know, take this time to do that, because it cannot be ignored any longer, because something will happen to balance it all out. Kind of like what we're going through in the world right now. I don't really want to go into all of that because that's another story. But I think some things are forced right now to restore balance, bring about balance so we can begin something new in a more effective way. And therefore, it's forcing us to do that. And so in your life as well, are there things that you need to kind of address right now so that, you know, you can take back control of your own life and your own emotions and all this kind of stuff. So that is the message for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it was short. I know I read from the book, but I'm telling you, this deck has a really great energy to it. It is called the Art of Love Tarot, if you guys are interested. It's in my link down below, and I hope you guys stay safe and healthy. All right, much love to you. Bye.